Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back to North Country Off-Grid. Out here on the trail, still in the woods, soaking up all of North Idaho's beauty. Won't be too much longer before all of this is just covered in snow. We'll be out here in the snowshoes having a good time. So guys, I got an interesting email today from YouTube talking about in the 2.5 years we've been making YouTube videos that I got a violation. I'd done something wrong. It turns out someone had filed a complaint against me for a privacy policy complaint, guys, and I kind of knew where this was going pretty quick before I even got down into the meat of the email. It turns out that the governing body of Bonner County does not like to get put onto social media. They do not like when you call them out publicly. And those videos are shared with hundreds of thousands of people. This is a very important lesson if you can read between the lines, but I'll try to lay it out there for you. The thing they don't like about it is the comment section, where people get to voice their opinions of what they think of these people and the way that they are acting. You know, a lot of people go day to day without ever getting criticized or critiqued by people. Happens to me all the time. I'm used to it. But these officials who like to hang out at the comments section of my YouTube channel, they didn't like what they're hearing, and they haven't liked it. And it's caused quite a bit of a stir up here in North Idaho in the last, about a month, I guess. We got county commissioners that are unhappy with the things that are said on this channel, and we just received a complaint from the planning and zoning department guy that we went and talked to, who tried to get my video taken down because he didn't like the public opinion of him. Now guys, it is no surprise that they do not like rights. They don't like our private property rights. They want to have control of our property, and they want to have say in what we do out here. And they want to be able to collect their money. That's why they're coming after landowners so hard. Now they're not sitting back and just waiting for complaints to come in. No, they've got their compliance officers searching out those complaints, and they're either lying to the county commissioner about it, or the county commissioner knows that it's going on and he's lying to the people that it's taking place. But we're going to get to the bottom of all of that, because we'll put them all on camera and we'll ask them the questions and we'll get their answers. But so far, guys, we've been told that the compliance officers, that the permitting department do not use real estate websites to go after landowners. Now, according to the commissioner, one of the commissioners, he says they don't do that. Yet they've admitted to doing that. They've been caught doing it. The neighbor that contacted us about the 120 days video, the camping on your own land for 120 days, they admitted to her and her husband that they used real estate websites to look for permitting violations when they don't have enough time and things to do. Extra time means sitting on a computer, cruising through real estate websites, looking for infractions of the people. Now, the funny thing about this is the planning and zoning is there to regulate setbacks, make sure that setbacks are in compliance, making sure that you don't build too close to your neighbor's property. Yet they're going after all sorts of stuff, even stuff outside their jurisdiction. And the funny thing about it, guys, is they're trying to do it anonymously. This code compliance officer is coming up with the violation, and then he's putting it through the computer system as an anonymous report to make it look like a neighbor is telling on a neighbor, to try and get neighbors telling on neighbors. Because if you don't like your neighbor because they told on you, maybe you'll tell on them, and it just generates this cycle of permitting for profit. Now guys, this isn't speculation. This is absolute proof that they are doing it. So the planning and zoning department is either keeping it from the county commissioner, or the county commissioner is trying to hide it from the people. Now, this doesn't say much for a transparent government, guys, when they try to lie to you, or they do lie to you and they tell you, oh, it was anonymous, we don't know who did it. Yet then they admit that it was them and they did it anonymously. And if they're doing it anonymously, guys, that means that they know they're doing something wrong. And if we have a government that's acting like that, do we keep them in place? Should someone be fired for operating a department in that type of manner? But guys, let's get back to the issue of this video. All of that stuff is going to come to light here in the near future because they don't like it. They don't like being held accountable. They don't like all their dirty deeds being put out to the world. But let's be honest, guys, if you are out harming your neighbors, trying to extort money from them so that you can keep your seat in government, you don't deserve to be there anymore because you're not a good person. So guys, my complaint to YouTube came via the planning tech guy. I don't even know what his position was, and it doesn't matter, but he didn't like that I went in there and filmed him and then put it on YouTube because he told them that I was harassing him, that somehow that constitutes harassment. Now, unfortunately for him, the First Amendment of the Constitution gives us the right to record in public. It gives us the right to record and document public officials in their public capacity doing their public duties. So if they don't like the light that they're portrayed in, perhaps they should change the way they operate. Perhaps they should go get a different job where they can maintain their privacy. But when you work for the public, you answer to the public. So I found it pretty ironic, guys, that it's my family that gets sent letters threatening us with jail time and threatening us with stealing our money away from us, harassing us every couple of months. And we've got to sit around waiting for the next letter, figuring out what's going to happen next, waiting for the next punishment to come down the line, waiting for the summons to court, waiting for the prosecution. We're the ones being harassed by our local government. So I found it very ironic that one of these government employees would try to claim that I'm harassing them by coming in and trying to record the information that is their job to give us. He sat down with me. He knew I had a camera on me the entire time. There's a camera up above his left shoulder the entire time. And I found it ironic again that no one asked me if I wanted to be on camera when I entered their building. But guys, we're protected by the First Amendment. They can record us. We can record them. It's a beautiful thing. It's not a crime. It's not against any rules, laws, or codes. Luckily, it is a constitutionally protected activity to record our public officials. So guys, it's not enough that they're coming after our property, that they're coming after our money, that they're coming after my freedom to be out here. But now they're trying to come after our YouTube channel and get it shut down because they don't like that they're being recorded. Unfortunately for them, there's blowback with that. There's more cameras coming. There's more video being done. There's more accountability happening because every time you try to go after someone's rights, you piss off a neighbor, you piss off a friend, you piss off someone who wants to join in that battle, and you create more and more foes. And unfortunately for them, they're creating more and more people who dislike the way that they're operating. Now, luckily for me, YouTube respects the fact that we are doing constitutionally protected activity, that we do not violate someone's rights just by recording them. If that were the case, all of YouTube would get shut down because anybody in any video could complain that they're being harassed because they were stuck on a YouTube channel. And that's not the way it works, guys. When you are in public, you have no expectation of privacy. The eyes cannot trespass, and if the eyes can see something, the video camera can see something as well, and you don't get to dictate that because you are uncomfortable with who you work for and what it is you're doing. So we're going to continue doing what we're doing. We're going to continue videotaping. We are going to continue holding government officials accountable. We will be pointing out anything that they do that we deem unprofessional, any choices and codes that they come up with that we don't like. We're going to come together as a group and we're going to start changing those, and we'll start voting people out, and we'll start getting people fired from their jobs because we the people don't accept it anymore. Guys, get involved in your area. Make sure that anytime you deal with government that you're recording. And the reason for this is safety, guys. This is a safety net for you so they can't come back and say, no, we didn't say that. You have everything they say right there on the camera because government likes to lie. So guys, I would love to get back to just doing my homesteading videos and being left alone, but unfortunately, we're not being left alone. And instead of just giving up and giving in and then going about our business, we're taking a stand and we're sticking up for our rights and we're sticking up for our neighbors and our friends and our family, and we're trying to keep Idaho the free state that it has been, because right now we're getting it too many people into this place from outside areas, and they're bringing their outside ideas here and they're ruining Idaho. Permit by permit, restriction by restriction, slowly they are chipping away at what makes Idaho beautiful. If you like regulation, if you like control, go to California. They've got plenty of it. The funny thing is these guys are moving from there, and yet they're coming here and doing it too, but they're pretending to be conservative people with conservative values. They're just not quite as conservative as the rest of us. So guys, the day and age of sitting around and just complaining about it is over. Unfortunately, you're gonna have to get in the fight. So go hold your officials accountable. Go record them. If it makes them uncomfortable, they're probably doing something wrong. Guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you on the next one where we continue to record public officials.